Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's just think about this. A football program that spans from 2005 to 2011 and won 8 games in that span of time. That's when we began. May 2011. And in 18 months, by November, 18 months later, imagine a team that when they walked on the field, it was a difference. When they walked on the field, their jerseys fit. When they walked on the field, the helmets didn't look dull and pale. They were shiny and gold. They no longer had a nippy line on the side of their helmet. They had something that looks truly like a cougar. When they walked into the practice facility, they had carpeted locker room, carpeted meeting room, flat screen TVs, projectors, surround sound, weights, jump ropes, dummies, dumbbells, indoor sled, training tables, scales, refrigerators, Gatorade. The place that was once bare 18 months prior is what they have now. Not one practice field, but the use of 2. In 18 months, a team that won 8 games. 2 years later, they had a playoff berth. 2 years later, they had guys for all district. They had West Tennessee Sophomore of the Year on that team. 18 months. Many say, Coach, you leaving. Look what you done. I didn't do it. You guys did. I didn't do it. You guys did. I think about another team in the NFL quite some years back, the Tampa Bay Bucks. Laughing stock of the NFL. Didn't win many games. 6-year span, Tony Dungy. They made the playoffs. Somehow, he no longer was the coach of the Bucks. They brought in a new guy, John Gruden. What happened that next year?
Super Bowl.
The Tampa Bay Bucks won the Super Bowl. So I say this in the sense of inspiration. I was loved by you guys. I love you back. By the players, parents, the community, all the stakeholders that had stakes inside the JCM team. I'm the Tony Dungy of the Bucks. It's time for me to leave. Coach Taylor's the John Gruden. So win the Super Bowl, win the championship. If you put everything that you put in for me, you get the same results that you got when I was there. But if you start doing things that you did prior to me, you get the results that we had prior to me. It wasn't me that did it. It was what you put into work for me. So put those same things into Coach Taylor. Many didn't understand how this played out at my departure. It's understandable. But as sad as it could be, it was an opportunity for not only a person I know, a fraternal brother of mine, in layman words, a friend, to walk in my footsteps, to make his own path, to build this team. But he can't build this team if the soldiers don't want to do the things they put in, the work they put in. We had 12-hour days in July. We had to eat meals. Guess what? Because I'm gone. You still didn't have 12-hour days in July. On May 21st, when the incoming freshmen were there for their first set of weightlifting, guess what? May 21st, incoming freshmen need to be in the weight room. You guys know what you put into this team and how it was changed and built. So don't take anything less than what you did. Take what you did and what you learned from me and the other coaches and continue to build. Now follow behind Coach Taylor's direction, but give him the same passion. He's going to love you like I love you, because I don't love you just because I wanted to love you. I love you for what you put into this program. I love you for the time we spent. I love you for the relationships that are everlasting. I'll always remember Hunter Wood. I'll always remember Justin Roberson. I'll always remember sitting at the hospital at 3 o'clock in the morning with Fred Mack. I'll always remember Terrence Kenny coming over and breaking my lazy boy. I will always remember Big G sitting in the corner eating the food. I will always remember chewing Joaquin out for holding hands with his girlfriend and then scoring a touchdown in the game and not knowing how many points it was worth. I will always remember telling Malik Clark to choose football over girls. I will always remember the hot June day that a kid who only wanted to make it came to me and said, "Coach, you kicked me off the team. They kicked me off the basketball team. They kicked me off the baseball team. But if you don't give me another chance, I'm going to die." 2 years later, the boys went to college. I'll never forget DeMarius Clifton. I'll never forget Donardo Goff, who told me, "Coach, I just want to eat." And now he's going to college. I'll never forget. Never forget you guys. I know you'll never forget me. As hard as this may be, it was 2 good years. And many of you got 2 more. Some of you have 1 more. Some of you have 3 more. Some of it is the end of the road. But you can take everything that we learned, because you didn't just learn, I learned. Everything that we learned and build on it. And take it. I've been in the building, and today is my last day. For the last 6 weeks since my departure as head coach. And then I stopped carrying a walkie-talkie around, to the contrary of the desires of the administration or the secretary. Because I got tired of hearing such and such is going to ISS. That was a football player. Such and such did this. Such and such did that. Because before my departure, those things didn't happen. And since we felt as though coach was gone, we resorted back to bad character. See, there's certain things they can take from you. They can take your life. They can take your money. They can take your job. But they can never take your education, and they can never take your character, because that's who you are. I shouldn't hear somebody Instagramming a picture of a teacher with vulgar language. We shouldn't hear somebody hanging with a wrong group of kids walking to the store. We shouldn't hear somebody getting into an altercation, leaving the wreck, and getting jumped. We shouldn't hear somebody getting kicked out of class and have to stand outside in the hallway from football players, because those things didn't happen in those 2 years. Those things will change. So I charge you, if you love me, like you say you love me, show what we learned and the character we built throughout the rest of your life. The only thing I ever ask is success from you. I don't want to hear the phone calls that such and such got kicked out of school. I want to hear the calls that say, "Coach, I'm going to med school. Coach, I just graduated from Coastal Carolina. I'm now a marine biologist. Coach, I just graduated from UT Martin. I'm going to grad school. Coach, I just graduated from Lane College. Now I want to be a coach like you." Those are the things that you really desire. The protesting meant, yeah, you expressed how you feel, but if you really express how you feel and how you love me, how you care about me, express success. When Coach Taylor walks around the building, when he hears things on the walkie-talkie, it shouldn't be about football players. It should be about how you guys are doing things right. Prior to my departure, we had more Cougar calls being announced in the morning than we did radio calls during the day. We need to resort back to that. Immediately. For 6 weeks, I didn't even say anything. I just walked around and looked at how y'all let this thing unfold. That's a shame. You're pissing on a tree. This is a tree that we built. This is bridges we built. Because 18 months ago, this team was the laughingstock of West Tennessee. Nobody even wanted to scrimmage you. Now Coach Taylor's phone is blowing up for scrimmages. Everybody wants to play you because they want a challenge. They want to say, we can hang with JCM, we can win some games. This is a championship team. It's built. It's done. But if you fall back to bad character, you'll be the laughingstock of West Tennessee again. Every day I walk around in the city, I see referees. And they say, Coach, you did a great job with them guys. They have high character. But they're not seeing what I saw those last 6 weeks in that building. Unacceptable. 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 So now it's time to say, what we learned, we're really going to continue to implement. And you seniors, you take what you learned in the passion here and you execute in college. You graduate. I used to have a saying in college. I party hard, I stay up late, but most of all, I'm going to graduate. Same thing with you. Not encourage you to party hard. I am encouraging you to stay up late. You need to be in those books. But I do encourage you to graduate. So think about it. You leave here, go home and look in the mirror and say, am I pissing on the tree? Am I getting into bumps and bruises and fights and altercations? Am I going to ISS? Am I not doing my work? My grades falling. It wasn't because I was there, the reason why you did it. It's because you wanted to put it into this program. It's still the program. Whether I'm the head coach or Tony Dungy is the head coach, it's still the JCM Cougars. Now, there's two ways you can be a Cougar. You can be the Cougar that's laughed and talked about, or you can be the Cougar that's respected and feared. Last year's team was the Cougar that earned the respect. This year's team is the Cougars that we fear. But if you fall back to those old habits, bye-bye, bye-bye. And this team will fall, this program will fall, and all the bridges that you built, and the bridges of the guys that came before you last year that were part of this team, the Tylers, the Dariuses, the Ochos, everything they built, and everything that Kyrie Williams built, Justin Roberson, Josh Waters, Michael Davis, when they come back home from college and they fall back, nobody can blame but yourself. Can't blame Mr. Jones. Can't blame Mr. Thomas. Can't blame Coach Taylor. Only person you can blame is yourself. You are the master of your ship, Captain. Your